Welcome to CTV Sports. I'm Dale Schwetz.
And I'm Jan-Erik Frank. A very good morning to you.
And we are live here from the CTV studios in Wellington, Florida. And we're back at the Grand Champions Polo Club for the Santa Rita Polo Farm for the 2023 Top Pony 8-Goal Final. Yeah, and another final. We've been waiting for this one. Two super strong teams playing in this final. Let's meet the players.
With pleasure. So then, Orea Polo at number one, the charming Petra Supernova Sobotova at number one, playing off -1. Justo Mourinho at number two, very strong 3-goal player. And then, of course, Justin Daniels, the anchor of that team at number 3, coming off 2 goals, and the very strong 4-goal at Matti Busquet. For Grand Champions Polo Club, slight little change in the lineup. We've got Fran Spinacci at 1, Artemio Figueres at number 2, both coming in off 0 goals. Mickey Navijo Estrada at 3, playing off 1 goal. And we are very happy and delighted to welcome from the United Kingdom none other than Mr. Max Charlton, the 6-goal play. You see him there on the left corner of your screen. Came up to watch the game yesterday, our featured match of the week over at Grand Champions Polo Club. And Max Charlton told me he will be in Wellington for the next month. There he is on the ball now. Very, very strong player, this Max Charlton. He's won San Moritz many, many times. We were out there together in January. And I remember teaching or being part of that school when Max Charlton first started playing. He's on the ball now here. Max Charlton, this is his first game at Santa Rita and at Grand Champions Polo Club. And I'm sure he will have a strong impact on that team. And we have what nearly looked like going to be the first whistle, but Petra Supernova, advantage given here, will pick up this ball. There she is, coming straight at your screen. Supernova doing a superb job here. She's going to run away with this one. Petra Supernova for Orea Polo team takes her polo and all of her equine activities extremely seriously, has a lot of passion in that. Now, this young man, Justo Mourinho, will fish that ball out of that melee of players still. Now, I beg your pardon, that was Daniels with the number 3. Mourinho there with the number 2, with the slightly lighter grayer helmet. He is the number 3, and of course, Matti Busquet at number 4. Let's look at that play here once again on the screen. And there you see coming charging down the line was the number 2, Matty Busquet, up against Artemio Figueres.
Two very well-balanced teams today.
Very balanced
for the final. And we said we had a great 6-goal final yesterday, Yan. Here's our 8 goal. We've been playing the 6, 8, and 12. And we're still working for the 12 goal. They're working their way to the semifinals. And so Monday Fun Day. Thank you for joining us here on Polo on Monday. We love the Polo.
And after that...
penalty 3 here, Yan, on the right-of-way violation. And winning. This could be their third title this season. If they win second, third. Yeah, they've been playing very well. Congratulations to Petra. And we love seeing the pink jerseys out there. One of our most stylish teams. It looks like it's going to be Matty Busquet to do the honors here. And no problem for Matty.
Yeah, well, you can't get straighter than that. So Matty Busquet picking up the first goal here. A nice penalty 3 with a little over 5.5 minutes left on the clock here in the first checker.
So I've never seen Max. Max, a friend of yours, you said you know Max very well. It's great to see Max join. He's joining a group of the future Polo stars, I should call it, with Franz Panacci, Mickey, Vijastrada, and Antonio Aguirre.
Yeah, no, I've known Max since he was, this tall and played with me at the Rock County Berkshire Polo Club many, many years ago when I was still teaching at that time. And Max, just from a very early age, he showed all the makings of what has turned out to be exactly that, a very, very top English polo player. Plays for England, of course, has won St. Moritz, I think, 6 times. If
oh, wow. That's where I've heard his name.
Yeah, this guy is something to keep an eye out. And here we go then on the play once again with the number 4, Matty Busquet. Well, Orea coming out very, very strong here in this opening chuck. And that ball I think it got a slight deflection there as it went through. You see Justin Downers just looking at the scoreboard. So a cracking good run here from Orea Polo. And here, let's have a look at this again as they approach that goal, trying to control the ball. 1-2 touches. Daniels gets a piece of it, and he steers it in. Cracking little goal here from JD, Justin Daniels.
I wasn't sure. I thought Manny might have took it the whole way, but this is how they line out so well. And Petra, Justin, Justo, and Manny have played, and they played 6, 8, and they played the 12 goal together also. They mix it up a little bit as they go to the 12, but they know each other so well. So we'll see the Grand Champion Polo Club might take a chucker or so just to get the boys to gel here against this well-known Orea team. But once they get going, these young players, they are on fire. And this is one of them right here. They take it across there. Mickey gets a piece, so they leave it for Fran. He played in the finals yesterday of the 6th goal. I think they were runners-up. But he played a great game. And a lot of fun to watch young Franz Panacci taken away and stolen here, and we get a whistle on the play to stop the clock.
Yeah, it looked like Max Charlton had gotten there just a little bit earlier. Let's have a look at the replay here. They come towards the boards there. You see Franz Panacci and Charlton. Well, looked relatively clean to me here, Dad. What did you make of that?
Yeah, I wondered maybe you could run that back a little bit. I wasn't sure if they're overlapped or not. Maybe take a look at that one more time just to see. We are going to get a courtesy change here, and that'll give us a little time. And I wasn't 100% sure if they were overlapped when they met there. Good shot, everybody changing their horses. And here we go. We're going to see right here. Watch as they come this way with the ball. And then it's going to come, he's going to take it forward here. And then right here, these two are overlapped right there. And then they meet. So I'm wondering about that right there, how they're seeing that. But remember, when two players overlap, one player can't meet them. But they're kind of riding each other off. And then you had to meet. That's what it kind of looks here. But I'll check with of course, we have our third man IRO at the field. And we'll get a call from the IRO just to check on that one on this far side, see what our mountain officials are talking about.
Well, speaking of our mountain officials, we haven't even introduced them to you yet this morning. We've got Pepe Araja and we've got, of course, Roddy Matthews out on the field. Another beautiful Monday morning here at Grand Champions Santa Rita Polo
Okay,
Club.
so it was called one meeting two.
Oh, it was.
But they're going to
Okay.
say no foul. And the reason why is you saw when they jumped the boards, they separated. So that's what we were talking about. You see that you look at the different ways of checking it out here. So one meeting two was the call, and one umpire they thought they had overlap, and they decided one umpire did not, and that where you get your umpire trigger, and that gives the ability for our third man / IRO Steve Lane, the extraordinaire, did an amazing job. And all this new technology, always at the field now in real time. Yeah, and Eric Frank.
I know.
That technology has been being worked on by Melissa Gandy and our executive producer, Mike Ferreira, for about 3 years now. I'm trying to perfect that because it's very important to get it in real time.
Of course.
And, of course, with live stream, that's a tough game, but they've done an amazing job. And it's taken CTV Sports to a whole other level. Oh, on the bowl end, here comes Fran.
Spinacci winning that throw in here for team Grand Champions Polo Club GCPC. Taking that ball pretty far down the field, but Matti Busquet, he's got other ideas. And I've got to say, I'm liking the passion that is already being displayed here in this opening chuck-up by Orea Polo. Left behind now for Daniels. He knows it's his right of way. They're under the watchful eye of Roddy Matthews. Sends it up to the front. Intercepted here. A little under the neck challenge. Little two-man sword fight going on. Just short of the halfway line. Now the ball is turned around, and that'll be Mickey Navija Estrada. He will leave that. In comes Figueres. He's another one of those very, very strong young players. I think I need to correct myself there.
I want to make sure myself, too. It looked like they had a switch. I think Antonio Aguirre is in there on this one here, as he had on there, Yan. Very similar players.
Let me just have a look at that. Thank you, Dale. So
they take it on down. This is going to be Antonio right here, number 2. He takes it forward. Good ball control. Antonio Aguirre, of course, Mother Tati and Mariano Aguirre. Well, they're mounted very, very well. Now, they did have the GCPC team. They during the league, they had their teams. Well, they mixed it up a bit during the season, unlimited substitution. And today, though, we have Antonio in the and here they go on the breakaway on the far side as we're clicked down under 2 minutes.
So still 2-0 at the moment in this first chucker. Orea coming out very, very strong. Again, there on the far side, Matti Busquet. This looks like a clear run to goal from the 4-goal player. He will put that one through. No mistake. So Orea getting off to a very good start indeed here. Once again, let's have a look. There comes the pass. Told to leave it. He just holds back. And watch this on the screen as he goes straight to goal. And Matti Busquet just puts that one through. Job done. And that makes it 3-0. So a little over a minute left to play here in the opening chuck-up. Just a finishing touch there. And I'm sure that GCPC will have to adjust something here in their strategy. Haven't yet seen Max Charlton come out to fruition. So let me just correct those numbers for you. We just had a little bit of an issue with what players were wearing what numbers. So Artemio is wearing...
it's going to be Antonio Aguirre.
Oh, Antonio Aguirre.
Is filling in for Artemio Figueres.
Antonio Aguirre, okay.
We're in the right ballpark with the A's. On the far side, turn around here and controlled by Max. He's going to turn this one up. Very composed and relaxed. Little rotation from Mickey Navija Estrada, who has been playing a great season. Now looking for Antonio Aguirre. Antonio, neutral play, well done. Leaves it in there for Mickey. Taken out cleanly, though, by, looks like Matty is going to control here. And Matti Busquet will push this one down the line as we click down here for the first chucker. Loose ball play. We'll see if Max can get there in time. He'll turn this one up. And he's going to get an opportunity to get it a bit closer to his goal. Nice little play by Antonio, and that's going to run out the clock in the first chucker. Look at this. What a start by the Orea team with 3 goals. So we will send them off to get some fresh, beautiful 4-legged athletes. And when we return, we'll be here for our second chukker of the 2023 Top Pony 8-goal.
There's something about when you get up early, prep the plane, and you take off, and you get that first light of day, and the air is crystal smooth. You can see forever. You have to have the right aircraft for the right flight with the right crew up front. Only NetJets can do this. The flight dissolves into the background. It should just be the here and now.
Welcome back to CTV Sports. I'm Dale Schwetz.
And I'm Jan-Eric Franke. Good morning to you.
And we are live from the Santa Rita Polo Farm. And this is our finals of the Top Pony 8-goal. And, Frank, Jan, you want to go through the teams? We have a couple switches with the Grand Champion Polo team. And so we got them all worked out. A very strong team against Orea.
Absolutely. Well, let's start with Orea. We have the lovely and the only lady player on the field here this morning. That, of course, is Petra Subotova, playing at number 1 off -1. Then we have Justo Mourinho coming in at number 2 off 3 goals. Justin Daniels, having scored in that first chukker. Great little goal we saw from him, playing the number 3 off 2 goals. And Matti Busquet converting. He got a penalty 3. An open goal penalty and a goal out of play, and that's where we got that 3 goals. For Grand Champions Polo Club GCPC, at number 1, Fran Spinacci, and then at number 2, not Artemio Figueres, but Antonio Aguirre, coming in at 1 goal. And Mickey Navija Estrada also at 1 goal. And as we mentioned earlier in that first chukker, delighted to welcome Max Charlton from England here at Grand Champions Polo Club here and at Santa Rita, playing today for Pablo Spinacci in this final.
So 3-0, good start by the Orea team. Orea team in the pink jerseys.
Yeah, they came out guns blazing.
I like their little twist on the numbers with how they add the zero to all their numbers.
Yeah.
You know, Petra always stepping it up.
Twist. Was that a
little twist?
Yeah,
and all very fashionable team.
Yeah. And a very passionate team as well.
They play in everything, man. They love the game, man. They love the polo. And then Petra's a great huge dressage and jumping also.
Yeah, exactly.
Other disciplines, as we say.
So we go then back to chukker number 2. Remember, this is a final there. On the number 3, that is Mickey Navija Estrada. Now then, let's see if Grand Champions Polo Club can turn things around here and pick up their first goal in the second chukker. Still on the move, still on the ball, Mickey Navija Estrada. But you got to give it to Orea. They're coming back very quick to go back and keep that line of defense upright and, of course, effective. Let's have another look at this play here.
So Mickey goes in behind here. This is not an easy play to take that ball inside, but it bounces off his pony's hoof right there. And then it actually goes a little bit further to the right, so a lesser angle going to the Grand Champions Polo Club team. And this is that quick line change once again. Yeah, we talked about it. 9 times out of 10, well, here's one of the times it did not. It went off of, it actually went off of Mickey's horse. But if it does go off of your own horse, 9 times out of 10, you will have the lesser angle. This time it went off Mickey's horse, and Justin was just too close to it to get the correct angle. And look at Franz Spinacci will step up and hit the penalty too.
Always great to see young Franz stepping up to the plate. And, yeah, as I said, a much-needed goal here in this final of the Top Pony 8 Goal 2023. Picking up his first and closing in on that advantage which Orea Polo laid up in that first chukka.
So we're bowling from the far side. For any of you new viewers, we do get a lot of new viewers during the week. And we always like to hit the Polo 101. Of course, we do switch directions. We're bowling from the far side, the field being 300 yards long by 160 yards wide. 9 football or soccer fields can fit in that area. But don't be surprised, because that 4-legged athlete can go coast to coast in under 10 seconds. And that's what makes the games so amazing. And at all levels, round and round they go. And then finally a whistle. And our 2 mounted officials right on the scene there.
Yeah.
What we got here, Jan? We got a back shot there. He gets it done. It changes the angle. Oh, we see that ball go across the field. Isn't that? It's amazing how they will change like that. And we will see exactly what they call, but the spin of the ball. And this is something I learned as a professional umpire. And a lot of the players now are very keen on this. But you see the way that ball hit the ground. It was going up and down the field, and at one point it hits the ground and spins the other way. And that's still a quick line change. And remember, the quick line change, they ask how far does it have to move? Well, as far as an umpire sees it, can see it move. You might even get a bowl in here, and I agree with this because, buried ball. So they're going to go the buried ball on it as it's spun there, it buried. And, most players, if it is at least half buried or more, they won't hit it because it's the first player that hits it never gets it. Remember that, everybody out there. The first person who hits it never gets it when it's buried. So that buried ball, they'll bowl in from the center of the boards, and it's going to be picked up here by Orea.
Daniels on the move. We'll turn that one around, but you can see they've got a very, very offensive mindset here in this final. Look at that, Spinacci coming back to chase that attacking player now. Too far out for Petra to do anything with. Once again, in front of goal. This is dangerous. A cut shot is what was needed there by the number 2 by Justo Mourinho. Didn't quite get the piece he wanted, but now on the breakaway with the number 3. Once again, Mickey Novijo Estrada. Look at him open up that pony. Right behind him there coming is Justin Daniels. Still, Novijo Estrada takes a shot on goal. Well, he got it slightly airborne, slightly overcooked that one, but the idea was great. The execution nearly perfect.
Yeah, that's a great run by Mickey. He looked very comfortable on this great 4-legged athlete. Runs very smooth. You see the way it bobs his head. And like I said, he took a nice little easy swing at it, just kind of overcooked it to the left. Matty, who controls the knock-ins, and we speak a lot about him. We've enjoyed watching Matty Busquet play in all different levels. He hits the big ball. He has all the control plays, takes the penalties, all-round player. And he's been a driving force for Orea this season, 2023.
Now, let's see if Max Charlton, who's been, I would say, rather reserved. I've never seen Max be so, reserved and just holding back. It's the kind of player you'll see, Dale. He likes to get into the thick of it. He's a
big, strong guy.
Very strong guy.
How tall is he?
He's probably my height, if not maybe a tad taller. So
he's 6'1", 6'2"?
At least 6'2", I would say.
Yeah.
And I remember when he was this high, he was a chubby little kid, and he's come out and a pure athlete, like I said, plays England.
Yeah, he rides short for a long, but when I say that, everybody rides differently. Of course, how you put your stirrup irons. But he seems, that's why I was looking at him. He said, man, legs are longer. They look to the likes to ride a little shorter. But, it looks very Okay. So the penalty on the play, and 3-1 here. Looks like Antonio is going to go change horses. Or they're going to go ahead and use the courtesy change here. 6 Sharkers of Polo in our finals. And you can see Pablo Spinacci there in the white shirt coaching. I wouldn't be surprised if you don't see Mariano. Again, I think he was there both coaching last time. There's Alejandro David Estrada right there in the black shirt who actually was sitting in your chair yesterday.
Yep.
And if you missed that, we had a special guest here on CTV Sports, as we will be having the professional players come into the studios. Jan Erik Frank was out at the stadium.
On location,
as they say, yeah. As we kind of spread the team out on Sundays, being that we have our main game over at the stadium, Grand Champions Polo Club on Field 2. So you can go to the stadium and watch a game, or you watch on CTV Sports, and they'll have special guests every week. And it was a lot of fun, Jan.
Good.
Yeah, it's a different perspective when you have just the pros in here, because you hear the way they see the game and their ideas. And I think we both left here more intelligent. We learned a lot from each other. I mean, we did. I learned a lot from what they do on the field and how they look at things. And he learned a lot from being in here, seeing the technology and how we go through the procedures. And that's great, because then Alejandro goes back out and he gets to be with the pros. And then vice versa, I get to sit there and do that with you guys. And so it's just a great learning situation and a lot of fun. And I think Alejandro had a blast. So he enjoyed it. I asked him, I said, what seat do you like better? And he said, Dad, I think you're good in that seat, and I'm better on the horse. So he did mention that he liked being out on the horse. He loved playing very good pole this year.
Oh, incredible.
Yeah, he thanked us for everything we do here at CTV Sports. And there you go, Franz Panacci with the penalty too. He brought up a big point that will roll over into every polo, and he brought up about challenges. And they won their challenge yesterday. And you notice here on CTV Sports, we break it down for you with the different graphs. He said he loved the graphs. He loved the ability to see us put the graphs down, the arrows, and to show people. But he said that challenge won the game for them, because they won by a goal.
Yeah.
And if they don't win that challenge, the opposing team gets an open goal penalty too. So he just was thrilled about the way the system has been working. It was nice to hear that. Back to the action.
Here we go. I was about to say back to the action. And once again, on the move here, Mickey Novijo Estrada. So a lot of Estradas here in Wellington here at Grand Champions Polo Club. Charlton there just wanting to drag a couple of defenders with him. He's taking Daniels with him. There is the lofted shot up to the front door again, looking for possibly his third goal here in this chucker. The young man with the number 1, Francisco Spinacci. Now then, let's see if Orea, who've managed to steal that ball back deep in their own half, can take this one down field. In comes, the man with the number 2 on his shirt there from GCPC, Antonio Aguirre, to try and steal that one back. Again, left, picked up now. Will the umpires let that one go through? Looks like they're going to allow advantage. On the move again in... what is that, a green helmet I think he's wearing, with the number 3, Mickey Novijo Estrada. Picked up, turned around by Mourinho. Mourinho now, he will have a clear run to goal. Yeah, a bit of a bouncing ball, not easy to take. Daniels also not able to pick that one up on the near side. Once again, it's left at the feet of Mickey Novijo Estrada. He will turn things around. He wants to wait a second or two to allow his attackers to get back upfield. And in situ, well, we have a whistle with 2:04 on the clock.
You see, watching young players and how they play so similar to their fathers.
Yeah.
Their styles. His father, Miguel, is a very controlled, of course, Alejandro's older brother. And just different styles that they play, and you can see how that rolls over into the kids. And, not all the time the same styles, but definitely when it comes to Miguel and Mickey, Adolfo and Perotto.
Well, it's also inheritant, isn't it?
Yeah,
really?
I don't want to say maybe Perotto's now playing better than Adolfo, but Adolfo will laugh. No, he's great. But what a young star he is. And Dolfo playing very well too, huh? Now at 47 years old. And but it's great to see how they I guess they spent so much time with him on the field and everything. They just pick it up. They work it perfectly. Now control here by Max.
And he will pass it over around the back again to Mickey Navijo Estrada. Coming up to a minute and a half now left to play here in Chukka number 2. It's been a lot of running, a lot of, I think a whistle will stop the play there. I think there might have been a little touch, a little contact there.
Yeah, they come by there on this, and you're going to see, remember, anytime you have contact, remember the ride-off, and right there, that's uneven. Now, who is wrong? And that's what they're going to check on that, because there's always one player when it comes to a ride-off that creates the danger.
Yep.
Even though you see two players come together, and the umpires need to, figure that out on the field. In this case, they're going to say Max came from left to right and created the danger, and so too far in front. So it'll be uneven ride-off will be the call, penalty 5B, and it'll be Batty.
Now, we know he's a big hitter, very strong hitter. Well, that one's going straight to goal. Daniels is right behind there as well. He's got to clear that. Excuse me, he's got to clear that. He got a piece of it.
He puts it down in there just to put the pressure on, and then looked like Mickey was trying to clear that ball out to the far side on the next shot, and it rolls over the end line. So we will get a safety, penalty 6, and that ball was about as far wide as it could be. Remember the procedure now, no further than 40 yards from the center, and I talked to Alejandro about that. He loved this rule. Mm-hmm. Because he said, when you used to go back at the boards, and for a while they were still making them hit one time. But, before that they were allowed to dribble it. And then they went to one approach, one swing at the ball and all penalty shots. So they needed to, and he said it was so difficult to try to do one shot from out there. So he liked it that they brought it in. He applauded this procedural change. So no further than 40 from the center, and it's going to be Matty Busquets on the penalty 6.
Yeah, deflected there, coming off the pony of Charlton. Now then, let's see if Max can have a go and running with this one. Immediately gets the challenge. Good support here. Petra Subatova. Well, she got a little piece of it, but not the piece she really wanted. And once again, Mickey Navijo Estrada sending GCPC over that halfway line. Nice, long, deep ball into what would have been the danger zone with Max Charlton now working that rotation going up front. Little backhander there from Petra Subatova. Oh, nice steal. Once again, Mickey Navijo Estrada. Now then, can he finish it?
I think Fran comes in there and finishes it behind him and picks up his second goal of the day. Let's see if Fran dropped there. And Mickey had a clean run there. Oh, he just left right behind, but Fran, no problem.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's where Fran's been very strong. Watch Fran go to his man early here. See how he went to his man early and pushed Justin wide? Fran is perfectly in line for the next play.
Yeah, execution.
Fantastic. Very well done by Fran Spinacci.
And a hat-trick in this Chukka for that young man. And with that, that brings us to the end of Chukka number 2. And what an interesting twist here. 3-0 for Orea in the first Chukka. And now 3-0 for GCP in the second. And with that, please join us. We'll be back in just a few moments for Chukka number 3 right here on CTV Sports.
We're here at the Santa Rita Polo Farm where the PTF Polo ASSN Junior Tournament is being held for the first time ever at this location. And I mean, could you get a more beautiful venue? Probably not. The tournament includes players of all ages, starting with the youngest at just 2 years old and the oldest at 20 years old. So you've got all ages, all skill levels, and a whole lot of fun. Let's go check it out.
reminds me of my days when I was in that position playing the kids tournament, and for us it meant the world. So I'm very happy to be here supporting my son and other kids as well, because I think they really enjoy this, and for them it's even more important than for us probably playing the 26 or the 22.
Well, that's a wrap on the PTF Polo ASSN Juniors Tournament at the Santa Rita Polo Farm. So much incredible talent coming up through the ranks. The future is certainly bright for the sport of polo. Now, for more information on the PTF, head to polotraining.org. And of course, head to Chucker TV for all of our awesome content, including full game broadcasts.
Welcome back, everybody, to CTV Sports on a Monday for our 2023 Top Pony 8-Goal Final. And as you said, yeah, interesting. Started out 3-0, all Orea Polo, and then 3 unanswered goals in the first, and then GCPC, Grand Champions Polo Club, they scored 3 unanswered goals in the second chucker, and we're tied here. We got a set of threes for the third chucker.
And as the players are coming back out on the field, barely had that third chucker begun. We have a whistle, and we just remind you, of course, and at the end of this chucker, we will have the stats on your screen. We'll break those down for you and analyze those. They'll also be coming up on your screen at the end of the game. Here, once again, we could see what actually had happened there.
Well, it looked like they're on the breakaway, or they're coming out of the bowl-in. And one of the Grand Champion pole players was coming across and kind of hit the ball there, so the right-of-way violation. But we had one player going, so they're going to move that down to the 60-yard mark. So they will get a goal shot penalty out of this. Sometimes in the middle of the field when they're meleeing around, you will see spot hits. But with the scrum, as they call it, or the bowl-in, face-off in hockey, bowling and polo. And they're going to drop it right here to 60, and they pass a sticker sometimes. Sometimes we see Justin take it, but it looks like it's going to be Maddie to do the honors once again.
Ever so slightly going out to the right-hand side, obviously left on your screen. So it stays with 3 apiece. Here we have a good view of Max Charlton. Now let's see if he's going to take that ball into play. Yeah, he is. So here we go then. 3 threes on the scoreboard. Nice long ball downfield. No blue shirt initially there to pick it up. Down comes the hammer on the near side by the number 3 there from Orea Polo. Once again on the move here, Justo Mourinho. Just slightly overcooked that one, but again, I've got to give it to Orea. They seem in a very, very attacking mode here in this final.
Yeah, they're keeping the ball down. They're keeping I always say, looking at their large numbers. You want to look at the big numbers, and those are the ones on the back of the player's shirts. So they have been looking at them here. But tied score, yeah, so anybody's game. I think the Grand Champion Polo Club just needed a chucker to get it going, kind of feel out how to work with Max. And they picked it up quickly as they're moving well. And so Mickey right here. Mickey going to go do a coast-to-coast run, but off to the right side.
Yeah, a little unlucky there. Nice, very nice run indeed. So, still plenty of time left here in this first half, as Orea will have a possession. Let's see if they've got a different game plan up their sleeve. Matty Busquet will tap things back into play. And look how deep GCPC are standing. Of course, there is the risk that it makes them vulnerable back in their defense, and this could be exactly that, one of those kind of plays. Over on the far side here now then, look at that. Mickey Novijo Estrada coming back with him. In he goes for the challenge, taking the man first, then the ball. Well, that's exactly what the effect is of that. That ball just stationary, not moving. In comes Charlton. He overrides, turned around once again now by Antonio Aguirre. And that's a nice ball upfield here for Mickey Novijo Estrada. Here we go then. over the halfway line. Very calm, very composed. The half shot just lets the mallet do the work for him. And, oh, he got a piece of that even. And, well, that one went through. And, well, that is a coast-to-coast tail. Here we go. Look at it again. Look at that. The calmness here, the composure. Goes slightly out to the left. Gets that finishing touch. Cracking goal by Mickey Navijo Estrada.
Yeah, Adam Snow would tell you, when I played with Adam Snow at the #1 position, he'd say, Dale, you only need to score goals 55 inches in front of the next player. Most mallets, or 45 inches. Most mallets are 40 to 50, 53, 54 inches long. But it's a perfect example here. You saw Mickey, he didn't rush at all.
No.
And I thought he might, he let Matty get pretty close, but it just shows you how confident he is running to goal, because he had about 10 lengths on everybody when he was at center field, and he hit the first ball cleanly. I thought he would open up a little bit there, just give himself a little more time and then maybe slow down, but he just kept at the same pace, and there you go. He stayed that 55 inches out in front of the hook of Matty Busquets, who was a very strong defending player. So great goal here by Mickey Navijo Estrada, showing his composure at such a young age. As I said, you're looking at the future of polo. As we had many teams mixed up with elder statesmen and with young players this year.
So, with that, of course, the lead for Grand Champions Polo Club, GCPC. Once again, let me just tell you through, walk you through the players out there. Fran Spinacci, remember that hat-trick he scored in Chukka #2. And now Mickey Navijo Estrada, the only two players who have so far scored. The other two players, of course, Max Charlton playing at #4, and at #2, Antonio Aguirre. Ball is back in play.
On the ball end, they go back and forth here, and this is what Orea likes to do. They like to try to pop it out there as quick as possible, and you're getting a true 4-player rotation on both teams now, and we know that the Orea team will do that because we talk about Petra and her ability to cover the front and the back, and this year even more. We've noticed she has picked up not just scoring goals and playing good defense, but she's picked up a number of different fouls for her team.
Yeah, she has.
Being in good spots in some of the other leagues. So, and that's what you're seeing here. So the numbers really don't matter on the back of their shirts, as both teams will rotate, and who's ever in that position will go ahead and take control. I like Justo. He's an active player, boy. He's in it. Very quick here. He goes into the corner. He goes to turn this one back in, and he flipped that ball inside, and then they come together right there. And they'll talk about where he did flip that ball, whether the blue player did have a play on that ball or not. Remember, we were not using the challenge system here in the ACL. They are using the trigger system. So the teams do not have the ability to challenge a call, but they do have the ability. And you're going to have an uneven write-off again. So a little bit there. Remember the write-off. You got to be somewhere in the middle. Never too far in front, never too far behind. And we had one earlier with Max when they went in that write-off. Here we're going to have the same setup where a player just coming in a little bit on behind. Got to be 45 degrees or less. It's the same relative speed. And probably the relative speed is probably the larger part on it, I think, if you talk to a lot of players. Yeah, just because, remember, if one player is going a lot faster than another player and they make contact, they can get a horse off balance. So that's why you watch out for that.
Long ball, which just ran out of steam coming in there from Matty Busquets. So, as you would say, Dale, they are peppering that goal mouth here, and they have to. Orea Polo, nice pick up here by young Fran Spinacci, are unable to control it. Straight away, Daniels is on the play. Now then, he's on the boards, needs to, of course, move away from those boards. He's got a player right there up in front of him, Antonio Aguirre, trying to make life very awkward for him, but nicely untangled. Ball is sent back towards that halfway line. Daniels, the work isn't done just yet. In comes the near side backhand again. A deflection, quick change here, and great pony control. And that is what they do. They do so well here. GCP Polo Club taking up that ball, and Max Charlton just too far away here to pick that one up. Nicely done on the near side. The pick up here by Justin Daniels. Again, Daniels all on the near side because he's got a player there on his hip with the number 2. Antonio Aguirre. Oh, well played, Daniels. Look at that. He gets the ball on his stick side now once again to finish it on the near side. It hits the post and just goes over the line. But clever play and a lot of hard work there from Justin Daniels.
Yeah, Justin, very strong 2-goal player. And he shows moments of playing 4 and 5 at times. We've seen him. Not an easy play on the left side to flip that ball at speed. That'll bring us to 2:21. We're going to get a courtesy change, or a final courtesy change of the first half. And very tight match. There's some great backdrop for you. Those are the barns here at the beautiful Santa Rita Polo Farm. Remember the Santa Rita Polo Farm, 102 acres, and one of the most unique polo facilities in Wellington, Florida. And they house over 200 head of horses. And we have 4 fields. We're on the Buenos Aires field, the Aspen field, right there where the tractors are on the backside there. And then we have the Penn field and the Santa Rita field, where they also have world-class footing on their track where they exercise the horses. It's a big thing now with the footing. I didn't realize how big a deal it is. Back in the day, we used to, we used to make things smooth, of course, but different now. They add so many different materials to keep it safer for the 4-legged athletes.
And again, to avoid, the ligaments and the tendons being overstretched or being overworked. So it's funny you should say that, Del. I was watching a very interesting a documentary this morning about a lady who actually owns a cow.
Owns a cow?
Owns a cow.
Only one?
Only this one cow. And this cow lives in a field. And at the end of the day, when the cow wants to come home, the cow actually walks off the field up to where there's a zebra crossing.
Right.
Waits for the owner to come and meet the cow. Because she knows she can't cross that road without the owner. The owner comes along. The cow then follows her. As soon as they get to the other side, where there is a concrete but also grass, the cow instinctively and naturally will choose to walk on the grass and not on the concrete, which of course a horse would do as well if it had the choice. So it just goes to show you that they prefer a softer underground as opposed to a harder underground.
Yeah, interesting. Did they have a name for the cow?
Moo, I think it was called.
It was called Moo. That's a good name for a cow. Yeah, that's interesting.
Oh, it's just interesting.
Because some cows, you don't see a lot of cows that are pets.
No, you don't.
I've had my opportunity to enjoy being around cows, but cowboying out in Wyoming.
Yeah.
And not one where you go down to the fair and you see a kid leading a cow on a line like we do with the horses. Interesting story. Wow.
And they can get very attached. They can get
they say that the when they do, when you do get close to them, they bond with you.
They do.
All right, we got everybody back up to courtesy change. Remember, try to keep it under 45 seconds to a minute, which brings it about 6 minutes in the game that is being used. And you can see the track right there behind it. Actually, they're working on the track at the moment. As they're going to do a re-hit here. Let's have one player still coming back from the courtesy change. Kind of get a good look at some of our CTV Sports photographers in the back, videographers, and how they stand just for safety reasons. Of course, they are off to the side of that goal mouth, which is 8 feet, 24 feet, 8 yards. And they'll get a good knock in here, take it over center field, but backed up hard by Orea. Oh, we might have a little breakaway here, Jan. Oh, no.
Well, no, he read it well. He saw it coming. Charlton, but if you snooze, you lose. And, of course, Justin Daniels, he will not need a written invitation to pick up this ball. He will run this one. Here we go then. Daniel, good second touch, but look at Charlton coming back very fast on this pony. And this is more the Max Charlton that I was talking about. You see, just does enough there to stop Daniels from going through. But there is, of course, still Fran Spinacci. And he will, of course, be very quick in setting things around. Mickey Navijo Estrada now over on the boards. Another beautiful pony he's riding. Sends it back across the field, looking for Antonio Aguirre. Here he comes. Snap that one nicely over the heads of one of the last two remaining players now. No mistake here, if you please. Charlton, well, this is exactly what can happen. Charlton, he read it well, and he's... well, I think he just wanted to flick that one over to Fran Spinacci. He knew he had a guy coming in, or a player coming in on his side. There is the backhand shot. Now, that might have gone through, but there was a whistle.
Oh, this was a good lineup play. See where that ball goes across. I guess he got Les Rager going to the pink there. As they're going to blow. Max does make the goal. And, wow, what a play, though, by Antonio Aguirre. He actually hit that ball down there and right inside the 30. And then you see he went to the spurs there a little bit, got the thrusters, you can say, made a neutral play.
Yeah. Yeah, he did.
For Max. And then it looked like Max was just going to finish it off, and everybody started coming in there. Petra was back on defense and did a great job there keeping Spinacci out of the way. And then, like you said, the ball came across the center of the field. Max shot the ball, but as he was shooting the ball, he was crossing the right-of-way of Daniels, Justin. So they'll move this ball to center field for a penalty 5B. And down by a goal here, so an opportunity with 53 seconds on the clock to get a positive possession. And look, they're just going to take it right there. So this must be a set play. Here we go.
Daniels. Will he leave it? Yeah, he will leave that one for the big hitter, Matthew Busquet. He'll take it out to the right-hand side. Nicely done. Now puts on the accelerator. Wants to launch one. He does. And that will run out to the left-hand side. Now, will they have enough? Well, they should have enough time to get a knock-in just before that horn will blow. Nope. That is it for the first half. So, just the one goal. It started off with 3-0 for Orea. Then it went to 3-0 for GCPC in Chukka number 2. And in Chukka number 3, just the one goals. Coming up on your screen any second now will be the halftime stats.
And here we go. We'll check it out. We love to have stats. 4-3 in score. And 7 shots by Orea, 6 by Grand Champion Polo Club. Knock-ins, 4 for GCPC. So Orea missing the goal a few more times than the Grand Champion Polo Club. Throw-ins, look at this. Grand Champion Polo Club winning 3 more, and that's big in a game like this. Fouls committed, though. This is where Grand Champion Polo Club needs to clean it up a little bit. Good first half by Orea. Only 3 fouls committed, 6 by Grand Champion Polo Club. But still isn't bad, but compared to the 3, they'll have to clean it up. And then pretty even on the score, penalty scored as 2 30-yarders from GCPC and 1 40-yarder by Orea. Those are our first time stats. Thank you, guys. Well done. We're going to go ahead and go to a little commercial break. I hope you're enjoying our broadcast here on a Monday. We love the Fun Day Monday, Polo. And so we're going to be back for our Top Pony 8-goal second half here on CTV Sports.
My name is Augustine Malman. I am a chef. I trained with my uncle in Argentina in several restaurants, and now I travel the world creating unique experiences, all cooked with fire. For this event, we came from California. My team and I had some previous events there, and we traveled with my wood oven trailer and all of our grills from Santa Barbara, California. Well, when we got here, we always arrive about a week prior to the event. There's several things that we order from out of town, like the firewood. We make reservations of all of the rental items, kitchen equipment, anything we need prior to our arrival is already reserved. And then once we arrive into town, we'll source out whatever products are on the menu, like fish, red meats, fruit, vegetable, anything that we need specifically for that menu that we chose. We will source it once we get in town. My team is everything. I mean, I always tell them and to my clients, without a good team, you can't execute these kind of dinners. It takes a lot more work than what people see when they show up to the events. It takes, like I said, I mean, sometimes weeks to prepare for an event like this because we're traveling from out of town, so we have to source everything we're not familiar with. The new barn is, I mean, we're here. This is the first dinner we're doing here, so we're very excited to be here. It's amazing. It's a great place to be, and it has this inner courtyard, which is amazing to do dinners, with a special area back here behind me to do all of our grilling and the fire showcase. So it's great to be here. It's a beautiful place. Very different being up in the mountains, but I mean, I feel with Melissa and Mark and all the events we do together, I mean, I feel like it's home. You know, we've been cooking for them for about 4 or 5 years now. But as far as showcasing what we want to showcase and being in an incredible place like Aspen Valley Polo Club, that's no difference to Wellington. I mean, it's a beautiful place up here. It's going to be a 4-course seated meal. As the first course, we have a halloumi cheese that we sear on our fire plancha with shrimp, pine nut gremolata sauce on top. The second course seated will be a roasted beetroot salad with goat cheese and arugula, lemon zest and olive oil. And then the main course tonight will be a mashed potato, sweet potato puree with skirt steak and chimichurri sauce. My name is Augustine Malman, and we are in Aspen Valley Polo Club, one of the most beautiful places to do an outdoor fire dinner experience.
Good morning and welcome back to CTV Sports. I'm Dale Schwetz.
And I'm Jan-Erik Frank.
And this is the 2023 Top Pony 8-Goal Final live from the Grand Champions Polo Club Santa Rita Polo Farm, Buenos Aires Field. And after 3 chukkers of polo, it is 4-3 Grand Champions Polo Club. We'll call them GCPC during the game, so don't get confused with that, against Orea Polo. And, Jan, you want to go through the players again?
I'd be delighted to.
Might have a few people join us a little late today.
Of course, I would be delighted to. Dale, Orea Polo, as I said earlier, the only young, very talented lady player on the field this morning, the lovely Petra Supatova at number 1, playing off -1, and a key part of that team, of course, it is her team. At number 2, Justo Mourinho, the 3-goaler. Then JD, Justin Daniels at number 2. He scored in the first chukker. A great goal if you miss it, but remember, you can go back and watch that, of course. And then Matti Busquet picking up 2 goals also in the first chukker. That is how they line up. They, of course, a total of 8 goals. GCPC with Fran Spinacci at number 1. He scored a hat-trick in chucker number 2, 2 penalty twos and 1 out of the field. Then Antonio Guerri, very, very active, the number 2 player with 1 goal handicap. And Mickey Navija Estrada also getting the only score in the last chucker of the first half in chucker number 3, playing off 1 goal. And Max Charlton, very happy and delighted to welcome him here at Grand Champions Polo Club and at Santa Rita, playing off 6 goals. 4 goals to 3 is how they left the field at half-time. Your mounted officials are Pepe Araja, Roddy Matthews, and, of course, Mr. Steve Lane, our third man / instant replay official.
Yeah, if I'm coaching these teams here today, Jan, I love the way Orea started out. You got to be happy about that. 3 goals in the first chucker. My concern is not scoring any goals since. And even though it's a close game, 4-3, that's what we would have been touching on. Now, you know, are we getting good shots? Are we not getting good shots? What's happening there? We just figure that out. Same thing with GCPC. They came out a little flat, but we know this team is they had a couple players they substituted in. Max came in, and Antonio was playing, but they've been mixing it up with Artemio Figueres, who's been playing phenomenal. So just getting their first chucker, just to gel a little bit, because they came back in the second chucker and just turned it on. And then they worked on some plays, and they received 1 more goal. So it's going to be interesting here, this 4 chucker. How do they come out of the tents? What did they talk about? What strategy will they use? As it will be Fran and left in here by Maddie across the center, loose ball play, and Antonio Guerri. And here comes the next shot. Picked up by Justo.
Yeah, but that will just go out of bounds. He did. The play looked great. It all started, of course, with that long knock-in from Max Charlton, playing it up to Mickey Navija Estrada. He had a couple of good touches on it. Then he passed it over to, because he made himself available, Fran Spinacci. So a little bit unlucky here, but a nice run from one end to the other. So we're coast to coast. Very little butter and absolutely no toast, but a great run nonetheless. 4 goals to 3 then, and Orea once again here in possession. And let's see if they can at least very quickly get the equaliser. Remember, this is the top pony 8-goal final 2023.
A little different knock in there is they use Justo out to the left side, and then they send Maddie forward. We've seen this with the Orea team. They do use Maddie Busquets, who plays the number 4, go forward. I like when he goes forward. I like when all number 4s go forward. You know, if your team is working well that way, we'll see if it works for them. But now in control, it's going to be Antonio.
Yeah, a little deflection. Try to pick it up there as it came off the pony of Justo Mourinho. Try to pick it up there in mid-air. Not an easy shot to take, but Orea have it. But they are literally on their own front doorstep. Now then, who's going to pick this one up? Well, Daniels looked like he might be also a contender. Leaves that one behind. Oh, look at that. Petra Subotova taking out the man there just to make sure that her boys will can continue taking that ball further downfield. But we have a whistle on that play.
So after a minute and a half of playing, 2-player cover Fran. He'll override. And then Justin drops in behind him perfectly there, actually. And then we have another couple players come together. And it looks like they're going to go ahead and have Fran from riding in from behind here. So they're going to move that ball there at center. They'll move it down to the 60 and to start the second half. Now, we talked about this. Maddie does take the penalties, but also we've seen Justin hit in the first chucker. Maddie did make a penalty 3, so I'm pretty sure Justin will keep the stick with Maddie Busquets. Yep, he's going to go ahead and make the turn here. And we've seen him, well, almost hit a few from center this year. 4 goals, but he drives the ball very deep. So here's Maddie tried to get the equalizer. And oh, wow, there it is.
Hammered that one through, hammered it through, cracking goal. And as you said, Dale, there is the equalizer, making it 4 goals apiece here. So still very open And if you were to ask me who my money would be on, I really couldn't tell you because it could be literally going either way.
So yesterday when Alejandro Estrada was sitting in your chair, this was one of the parts he loved because now he understood when you trigger a play to see if the goal was scored. He goes, now I understand how you guys really look at it. And you can see that with the drone. We do use the cameras back there also, but the drone footage usually is the best spot for that, for when the goal is being shot. Center cam will pick up a number of different plays also, but the angles of the cameras and which cameras we use are very important. And we'll go through, we'll explain a lot of that in detail to the season as we'll get our IRO, Steve Lane, is putting together a segment to explain how all that works. Yeah, and so you can understand what cameras work better on angles. Here we go. As we go inside, it's going to be picked up by the Orea team. They take it to the middle. Petra pulls out of the play, and then right there, come together a cluster of players, and you can throw a blanket over 7 of them. It's going to go in favor on the blocking foul of Grand Champion Polo Club and knocked down, turned around quickly by Justo.
Yeah, now then, can he get those shoulders open? Well, you saw he tried. He will leave that one behind for the number 3. Daniels will go for a shot. But again, you can see there Roddy Matthew pointing at a spot over there. So another interruption. Once again, it's getting a little bit patchy now here in this part of the chukker.
Yeah, it's got a little, they've got, well, you know what happens. Remember, defense wins championships. Well, you got to be close to your man on defense. We have seen this called a number of times, and this is hitting into a player before the player has a chance to clear. So remember, here's the procedure. When a man is in front there, the umpire is going to say clear to the defending player if he's in front of the player with the ball. And in this case, this is a good time to go ahead and let Antonio walk his 4-legged athlete off. And of course, our in-house veterinarian, Darren Tam, will evaluate the pony because the ball did hit the pony. Now, after the evaluation, if the pony's fine, he can come back and play the horse again. And if not, they will take care of business. But if you don't allow a player to clear, it is kind of a song and dance out there. Clear, and then they say use it to the player who's going to hit the ball. I tend to stay away from the use it part. If you rush to use it, sometimes you can get a player to hit a little early.
Yeah.
So most umpires now will say clear and watch the defending player. If the defending player clears correctly, then most players use it anyways. But in this case, the Orea team did not give the Grand Champion Polo Club time to clear. They fired that ball into a pack of horses, so that can be dangerous. So they moved to the center, and back in the day, it was not as looked at as close, but now, of course, safety of the 4-legged athlete is so important in the game of polo, and it hasn't been always been for years, but it's good. I like the way they're calling this play now for the safety of both players, the 2-legged and the 4-legged.
Back to Daniels then for Orea Polo, picking up that ball, which was hit from the halfway line by Charlton. He's on the ball once again. Didn't control it, or wasn't able to control it, I should say. Turned around nicely now by Aguirre. Aguirre's got to be careful straight away. He has a little bit of company coming from Daniels. Charlton getting in the thick of it now. And, back to where we started, and that was Mickey Navijo Estrada. He'll now be going through, looking to take aim. Here comes the under the neck shot. Well, that ball... yeah, it was going the right way, or the right direction, just a little bit out to the right-hand side with coming up to a little over 3 minutes left to play here in this 4th chukker. So, a little bit patchy, just that one goal, the equaliser coming from Matti Busquet earlier on. And the players are now going to go to their pony lines for a courtesy change.
Once again, those beautiful barns in the back there, the Santanita Polo Farm is I would say the sun's shining at the Santanita Polo Farm, Jan, and it is a spectacular place. Also, the polo school is right across from the Santanita Polo Farm, which was used to be the Pony Express Polo Farm, and actually Justin Daniels' father, late father, and Bob, what a man he was, and all the kids, all the family play polo. Now it is the Polo School, which is a sanctioned USPA Polo club, and they have fields there, barns, everything for the horses, but it's right across. But a lot of the Polo School now this year, at the moment, as we have, they have construction going on as they are developing different parts of it. Has been held at the Santa Rita Polo Farm. So if you'd like to do get a lesson, learn how to play polo at all levels, all ages, all levels, we teach. Director of Operations Juan Bellini and our General Manager Cale Newman. You can get their phone numbers off the GCPolo.com, GCPolo.com website, and they will steer you in the right direction. Also, ask about the Polo on Demand program. And it's just at this stage. You demand it, and you can get it. It might be just a stick and ball session. You want to demand, Yan, or you might want to play in the World Polo League on some fabulous horses with a 3-man team around you, and they can get it done.
Well,
most unique program in the world.
I know. But if I were to make the most of that program, I would have a demand to play with Dale Schwetz.
Who do you want to play with? You want to play with me?
I'll play Dale Schwetz.
Who else?
I would want to play with.
You gotta have the high goalers in there.
Yeah.
I'm going to come in at 2.
You're going to come in at 2. Okay. Well, I'll probably now be just a 0, but as
You'll
strong
be a
as
0 now. Yeah, I was 5. I put me down 2 now. So.
I would probably want to have. Well, I mean, listen. It depends what level we'd be playing. But one of the players that I would like to play with alongside with would be Santi Torres. He'd be one. I like him.
You like him?
Yeah, I like the way he plays. I would like to have someone like Alejandro Navarro Estrada. He would be another one.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just going to avoid all the big names because I mean they're a given. But even though, having said that, Alejandro is a very big name. But oh, look at this ball here, Dale. Look at that ball in front of goal. It's just taken out of the jaws of that goal mouth here by the number 4, Mati Busquet. But was a foul caused or infringed on that play is the question.
Yeah, good read here by France Panacci. And Mickey, I believe, was the one who centered that ball. Estrada, I think he put that ball right in the middle. Fran just followed in. Remember, the player following the ball has the right of way over a player moving from left to right. When Maddie went to move in there to clean that doorstep up, it was too close. As Fran closing the window, the distance between the two players and doing a good job there, Fran, in a good place. And then they give that open goal penalty to Fran, and Fran will pick up his 4th goal of the day.
Yep.
3 from the penalty line, and they're all penalty 2s and 1 from the field.
And, of course, with that, he brings his team back into the lead. A little over 2 minutes left on the clock here in Chukka number 4. And as I say, it's been a little bit patchy here, this 4th Chukka.
Yeah, they definitely both teams went into the tent and talked about manning up and getting closer. Because you see that, and usually when we see that, it gets a little choppy. Yeah, and we've noticed at all levels, even at the 26-goal level, if they come in, we've seen a couple of Chuckers where they go full defense and just trying to get organized to move on in a close match like this. And we talked about the first half, how it was kind of sporadic. It was all Orea, and it was all GCPC, and then kind of back and forth in the third, leaving just a goal down. Maddie with an opportunity again. Busquet. Oh, well hit there. It's off the side, though.
A little over to the side, so a little bit unlucky. Mati Busquet could have found the equaliser there. So, Max Charlton will get things underway with a knock-in. Just under 2 minutes left to play. And still still very much open here. Still anyone's game. There's a nice ball again out to the left-hand side. Comes charging down the field here. Slightly overcooked it there. It's going to go just over the halfway line by a yard or two. But here we go then with the number 4, Charlton. Now, can he take this ball around? Charlton. Yeah, he tried to send that one on a cut shot towards goal. Slightly overcooked it. But they got lucky. They've got Mickey Navijo Estrada on the boards. And he's very quick there on the move. Once again with the number 3 on his shirt. Let's see if, well, he's going to leave that one for Spinacci. Down the line comes Aguirre as well. Still Spinacci. Does a little turn. He's got Daniels right there with him. He wanted to get himself in a perfect situation to make that shot. Now through the center. Gets caught and clipped a little bit there.
A good teamwork here by the Grand Champion Polo Club team. Everybody working hard. It starts with Antonio. Watch Fran right here. It bounces off the pony. And it bounces right there to Mickey. And he just presses it. And usually sometimes here they'll allow that player to clear out. But with Busquets going with him, with Mickey, they're going to get the call. They're going to get the whistle there. And on the blocking. Love the hook from Antonio Aguirre. If you notice how well he schooled up, he actually hooked Manny in the middle of the mallet because he knows how strong Manny is. Tried to go down low on him, could be a problem. Got him up high, and that made a quick hook where gave Fran the opportunity. So the Grand Champion Polo Club team here working well as a team, and this is going to be the second opportunity here in the fourth for Fran Spinacci on the little gray pony here. And no problem.
Nicely done.
Fourth of the day for the penalty line.
Absolutely. And another penalty, 2 here for Fran Spinacci. Well done, Francisco. 6 goals to 4. So for the first time, Dale, in this game, we actually have a 2-goal cushion for GCPC. And that was the last play in Chukka number 2. So 2 goals to 1 if we isolate Chukka number 4. But overall, it is, of course, 6 goals to 4. Make sure you join us when we come back here for Chukka 5 and 6 right here on CTV Sports.
Happy to be back in town playing with the best teams, best boys, and on the best fields.
So we're going to start the season a full power horse.
Just happy to be back in Florida, it's hometown. Looking forward to getting back on these amazing fields.
Foot golf, it's a kind of life, and also it's a combination about golf and football.
So I got into sport through social media. Someone approached me on Twitter and said, have you tried it? I'd never heard of it at that point. So I went to my local course and tried it and just completely fell in love with the game.
This is not as easy as it looks on your body. It's a lot of kicking. We don't normally kick this many hard kicks in soccer.
For me, this and the U.S. Open are the 2 top U.S. tournaments. It's something we all look forward to every single year.
Great fun, and I think everyone will enjoy it when they try it. You can't not have fun.
When you set goals at the start of the season and you're able to achieve them at the end of the year, I think I can speak for everyone and say when we set goals and we make the sacrifices that we make, which a lot of people don't see, and then it all comes to fruition, it's a good feeling.
I literally live, breathe foot golf.
Back at the Santa Rita Polo Farm on the Buenos Aires field, finals of the Top Pony 8 goal. And stay with us. We'll have our stats at the end, and then we're going to we'll take a little break just to get all the players lined out, and we will be doing our trophy presentation today. So if you'd like to see the players up close and personal, we'll be doing the trophy presentation, find out who the best playing ponies and the MVP And then, of course, the winners and runners-up. On the move, Maddie.
A good first touch from him. Look at that. Look at that. Will he put it through? Well, that is a great run and a great way to start Chukka number 5 here. Remember, they were down by 2. So, Orea, clearly, they still have quite a bit of work to do. And you can't score a better goal than that, winning the throw-in. And a quick early goal here in Chukka number 5.
Yeah, getting off to the offensive attack. And I was talking about earlier in the first half. Remember, I like when Maddie goes forward. And I think you're going to see a little more of that based on that last chucker that was choppy. They're going to go ahead and start using him to run and maybe pull the team. Then you'll get the rotation from Petra. She'll rotate to the back when that happens. And let's see if they can go 2 for 2 here. Out the back door, picked up here and taken now and controlled by Justin. He's going to hit this ball good 50, 80 yards, but then it's going to be picked up, turned around by Mickey. Mickey says, come on, let's go. He's going to run this one liking the Bay Pony. Estrada keeping it out in front of Justin. Justin leans way down, makes a hook. Fran Spinacci falls into the rumble seat. Good pickup here by Mickey. Fran now, and he's been dealing with Petra all day long. Mickey, and he'll fall across the right of way there. I believe. Well, we'll see what happens as they bring it in, and they all slammed on the brakes. Let's watch the replay. There's Mickey. There's Fran. It gets kicked forward. Well done, Petra. Mm-hmm. Oh, and they might call that right there Petra riding in from behind. Yeah, and that's what you're going to get. So I thought she was in a good spot, but you need to be a little bit more further over to the right because Fran can make a play on that ball, and she rode over the top of it.
Yeah, a little bit unlucky. Very, very unlucky there for Petra Subotova because, as you said, Dale, she has been able to... well, let's just watch this, and that one will just go wide. So Orea Polo, they're dodging a big bullet. And that could have restored that 2-goal advantage for GCPC. But now Orea will have possession. A lot of time here in Chukka number 5 yet to be played. But Mati Busquet will get things underway. Sends it out to the right-hand side. Good touch, good control. But Charlton is... the man he needs to get past now, Chuto Mourinho. Yeah, maybe if they were to slow that down a little bit, go for the safer shot. Daniels just hovering on that halfway line, steals it. But there was a whistle.
Oh, bad luck. Maddie was off to the races there once again, Yan. A couple plays earlier, right here, that's where he overrides. And then they neutral play there. And... Mickey put his mouth in the air. He might be getting rubbed, but they could check this so they could trigger this if they want to based on the contact. We'll see what they decide on the field. They're right there, just off of center, and I wasn't 100% sure. It looked like I guess they're going to say he's going to rub the back end of him, and Mickey was appealing there, so. Must have felt Justin. So they'll drop this one way out. It is, we can see Max try for a penalty 5A from a good 130. Whoa, well hit. Big ball. Can he get Fran Spinacci? Good coverage. Petra leaves it, and Antonio will sneak in there. And I wasn't sure if that's miscommunication there by the Orea team because Petra was there. Let's see if Petra had a back shot or not. She's right there. She might be a little close. Oh, possibly, but I wonder if Husto kind of looked back right there. Did they call her off of it or? Yeah, they all looked like they were kind of dumbfounded. Maybe they just were not exactly in sync.
No.
And because Husto he was on the left side of Antonio, and we had to shift over to the right side. Antonio, Getty, very smart, well-schooled. His father, a scholar in the game, Hall of Famer, former 10-goal player, Mariano Aguirre. So he sits at a lot of breakfast, lunch, and dinners, and they talk. And and he will put a player in position, so it makes it easier on him. Mickey on the move.
Navija Estrada. Let's see if GCPC can extend their lead. They've got that 2-goal cushion once again in place. Now then, Aguirre. Yeah, trying to just bulldoze his way through that Orea defense. Daniels tried to pick up a piece on that. And
Max.
Wow, that went through.
So here you go. What chucker they put together here, and just everybody working hard. Max. Oh, did he bounce that one off of Antonio? Went off of, let's see, get a good angle here. Antonio brings it forward, and then Max just snaps one, and I think it goes, no, just straight in. Great shot by Max. Getting his first goal today.
Yep, and with that, a 3-goal cushion, half a chukker still to play here in chukker number 5. So now GCPC very much flexing their muscles. Gives us an opportunity whilst we allow the players to get on some fresh ponies to remind you that the WPL action continues tomorrow. We have 2 games tomorrow, 11 o'clock, of course, and then tomorrow afternoon. Make sure you tune in on CTV Sports. And also coming up this week here at Grand Champions Polo Club is the final of the SEBA Memorial. What a great tournament that has been. A very, very special and a very dear tournament here at Grand Champions Polo Club. We've been talking a lot about it the last couple of weeks. And as I say, that final coming up later in the week. As Dale said, make sure you check in on the scheduling at gcpolo.com. And remember, if there's any game, like, for example, our featured game yesterday in the Founders Cup, if you might have missed that, you can always go back to CTV Sports and YouTube, of course, and at your leisure, enjoy all the actions and all the games that, of course, have been brought to you here by CTV Sports.
Yeah, remember, tell a friend, tell a few friends. I don't know about the CTV Sports platforms. Also, our game be on the YouTube channels, Chucker TV YouTube channel, CTV Sports YouTube channel, and they'll be coming on Facebook also. But you can check out, most players have been watching on the YouTube channels. As CTV Sports growing by the minute. So many different events. There's the foot golf. You ready to play that?
I'd love to have a go at that.
Yeah?
I would love to have a go at that. Yeah. No, as a kid, I used to play a lot of football. Well, you call it soccer, we call it football. But no, I would love to have a go at that, Dale, and just see what it's like. I can imagine it must be a lot of fun.
Yeah, no, it looks great. So keep an eye out for that. Back to the action as we come down. We're right about just under 4 minutes now. We're in this 5th chukker, and a very strong chukker by the Grand Champions Polo Club. But Orea looking to get one here. It's going to be Maddie. He's going to work it down. Goes to slams it down here, and it's going to stop the action with 3:01 on the clock. And Maddie and Husso will have a conversation there, number 2, number 4. See, Husso goes to the right here, being guarded by Max. They leave it for Maddie. And then you have a whistle on the play. So I guess just a little blocking again. So we've seen that a number of times.
Yeah,
it is called 80% of the time on the field, but right now in the last couple chukkers, that's been the foul of choice, I guess. Well, you're trying to slow people down or trying to get your man, and that's when it happens. Not players not trying to block, but you're trying to take up their side of the line, we say, or their right of their part of the right of way. And open goal, Maddie. Should be no problem for him on penalty 2.
So, Matty Busquet picking up his 5th goal of the afternoon, and again, a very important goal here. 2 goals in it, a good 2.5 minutes left to play here, and of course, a chukker yet to come. So, despite the fact that it's been a little bit patchy, this final still up for grabs for both of these two teams. Orea in pink and, of course, a GCPC in the pale blue. Ball is back in play. Now then, The man who just scored a few seconds ago, Matty Busquets. Can he try and lose those two players? Daniels, a little chip shot back up to the front door. Yeah, but you see two players are just one too many there as Matty Busquets tried to lose both of them. Now with the number 2, Mourinho. Daniels comes in. Nice little turn. Well, this is what you want to do. You want to be quick. And Daniels, he will go for a shot here. A cut shot. And he puts it through, yeah. Very quick. Nicely done here by Justin Daniels. Only picking up his second, Dale, but a very important goal here. Watch this once again. Here is the cut shot. And look at that. He timed it just right. And that brings him within 1 goal now of GCPC.
Yeah, very nice shot here, Justin. He saw he had a space. And Mickey was in position for the dribble, so go ahead and shoot it and angle. But look, he dropped it right in the middle based on where our goal judge was. And they'll line him back up at center. And look at now we're back to a 1-goal game match here in the 5th. And so now possession's everything now.
And Daniels has done exactly that. He's got possession here for Orea Polo on the near side. Has to go round the outside, of course, of Aguirre. And that's not an easy feat to accomplish. Onto the boards they go. Oh, Orea. Yeah, this is clever play here by Orea. Through the centre. Wants to avoid the hook that came in there from Mickey Navijo Estrada. Here is an near-side backhander just to get that ball away. But Daniels will be the first one on it. Yeah, but a whistle will stop the action once again with just a matter of seconds left to play here in that chucker number 5. What happened there exactly? Let's have a look.
Man, he's not happy with this one. Let's see what happens. It looks like Antonio. And I'm not really sure about that one, to tell you the truth, because where's Matty got to go? I don't know if they're going to talk about this or not, but we'll see what happens. I mean, remember when if a ball gets hit at a player, then he needs to have time to clear. Let's watch. And, it just seemed like it was pretty quick. Might have been a little quick on the whistle there for me. I don't know if they're going to talk about this one or not, but for me, I would have no foul on the play if they talked about it. We'll see. Because he just had no place to go. You cannot disappear on the polo field.
No.
Oh, they are going to bowl it in. So we will have a bowl in here as good call, good using the 3-man team. That's why they have him out there. They did a great job. Matty had no place to go. The ball got hit into him, so you can't call blocking on him. And look at this. Husso's going to, get an opportunity.
Yeah, but just wide. Would have been great had he hit the target on that play. So 3-2 then in this chucker in favor of Orea Polo. So they're coming back strong here. But as we suspected, Dale, it's going to come down to the 6th and final chucker, which, of course, will be coming right up here on CTV Sports when we return.
Temperature is 8 degrees above normal. Experts are warning that the current.
Don't let them in, don't let them see. Be the good girl you always have to be. Conceal, don't feel, don't let them know. Well, now they know. Let it go, let it go. Can't hold it back anymore. Let it go. Never bothered me anyway.
I am Nick Weaver. I am the co-founder and COO of Blue Delta Gene Co. I've probably measured over 30,000 butts, 7 feet tall and 7 feet wide. Doesn't matter. It is fun making people happy. When you make a garment that fits, that's one thing. When you make a garment fit and look good, that's another thing. And we are very good at the latter. We have grown our company by taking care of people. We have grown by making jeans that fit. There are some things that will never change: where it's made, how it's made, and who's making them. Every jean is one of one. But now we can get you measured from anywhere in the world. We have rolled out a virtual tailor system, blown away with the technology. It's unbelievable how accurate it is. It's a quick, easy, touchless way so we can get the measurements to make you a pair of damn good jeans.
Okay, here we go, preparing for our sixth and final chucker, who will take home the 2023 Top Pony 8 goal. And again, I guess it's a coin flip. What do you think?
Yeah, well, it is a coin flip the way they've been playing at the moment. If Orea, who had a bit of a dip, chucker number 3, no score. Only on their own. They didn't score in 2 chuckers, actually. No, they didn't score in the second or the third. So that's where, especially in chucker number 3, is where they had a bit of a dip. And chucker number 4, just the 1 goal versus the 2 from GCPC. Now, chucker number 5 is where they sort of found their rhythm again, got their mojo going. They won that chucker 3 goals to 2, but they are still down by 1. Where I was going with this is that if Orea can latch on to the way they played in that previous chucker, then they will give GCPC a real run for their money. Now, they need to do that, of course. GCPC need to now also think, well, hang on a minute, we've been very consistent. Just that 1 chucker, chucker number 1 is where we didn't score. 3 in the second, 1 in the third, 2 in the fourth, 2 in the fifth. So they've been a little bit more consistent, but they now need to keep that pressure on very much to get this over the finishing line, and away we go. Chucker number 6 has begun.
Yeah, it's going to be get on your best horses and just forget about the last 5 chuckers and just try to put together a strong chucker to carry the hoist the trophy up. And we're going to see top 4-legged athletes out here. I know they've saved them, and here you go, Maddie going forward, and this is what I like to see by the Orea team. Maddie Busquets, he's going to take his first one, and he's going to go ahead and get the equalizer early, and this is what they want to do now, 8-8, and mucho tiempo.
Well, that's exactly as I suggested. If, and they seem to be showing signs of that early on here, if they can latch onto the way that they played in that previous chucker, then they are going to make it very difficult. It's going to be a run for that finishing line here. So, well done, Matty Busquets, picking up his, let's have a look, 6th goal of the match. And as you said, Del, with that goal, we are level. So, the stage is set for what promises to be a very exciting 6th and final chucker of the 8-goal Top Pony Final 2023.
Yeah, I think you're going to see Maddie go forward. You probably see both the number 4s. I won't be surprised you'll see Max try to run a few here, being the highest rated player on the field also. And they're going to press. Both teams are going to press the offensive side. They've been playing defense, but now look at this. Maddie on the breakaway. Here's Busquets.
Yeah, nice run, and he's got a man right behind him there. You can see Max Charlton in hot pursuit, but still Busquets looks over his shoulder, slams on. Well, I think he faked the brake slam there. There's the cut shot. And maybe he just felt a little bit too intimidated there by Max Charlton, who he knew was coming up alongside him. So, but a good run, and that could have put Orea in the lead here early on in chucker number 6.
Yeah, he went for that little stutter step. I thought he might just hit one big ball there. It looked like he had the speed on Max. As Max was looked like he thought he was beat, so he was going to fall in behind. And I don't know if we have a quick knock in here or timeout. I think, it looks like Petra is going to go over and get some tack adjusted. We have some tack being adjusted on the field by one of the players. Petra just shot off to get some done. Beautiful looking gray pony here. Remember, we are looking for the best playing ponies today and the MVPs. They're all going to ride over. Look at all the coaches they have over there. Looks like there's Alex Webb there.
Yeah.
He played on the winning team.
That's right.
Yeah. Oh, we have an injury timeout.
Justin Daniels.
I'll make sure Justin's all right. So maybe Mike need to get a medic just to see is he staying on the ground.
Or is he just stretching?
I think he might be stretching it out. Yeah, stretching his jockey muscle there. Medic's always on the scene here at the Grand Champion Polo Club, Aspen Valley Polo Club. Safety first. And that ball was, wasn't knocking, and then I don't know if they're going to go back to a re-knocking. We'll see what they decide. If we had a player, they call timeout, or if it happened outside the play, which remember we're talking about that a lot, Yan. Sometimes you have plays that happen outside of the framework on the field, as you have players adjusting to take another player out or trying to get position on defense, and sometimes players come together. But we'll make sure Justin is okay. And get this underway here as another good shot of the ascent at the Buenos Aires field. So if you break this game down, let's do it. We 3-0 after the first. It was all Orea Polo.
Mm-hmm.
And we were like, wow, these guys are going to take off right. But then GCPC came back, and they just tied the game up, scoring 3 goals, all Fran Spinacci. And 3-3. So we're looking at a pretty tight game there. Then they went into the third chukker, and it was kind of touchy-feely. And they left 4-3 with 1 goal by Mickey Novizia Estrada. And they went into the 10th. Yan and I were talking about what are they going to talk about? How are you going to set up? What's the chess game going to bring out now? And it came defense. Both teams came defense. And in the defensive battle, it became a kind of a little sloppy. There were some fouls. Not a lot of goal shot penalties.
It was very, very patchy.
Very patchy. It was like 5 A's, 5 B's.
Yeah.
And because we had, there were 3 goal shot penalties. We had 2 open goals, 2 were with Fran Spinacci. He was successful in the 4th chukker. So that brought them to 6. Then we had 1 by Matty Busquet, which was a penalty for a 6-yard shot. And he was successful, so it was 6-4. Then they went into the 5th, and the 5th was, we saw a little more offense come out of there as we started seeing the number 4s go forward, as we saw Max kind of go forward a few times, and the rotation by Grand Champions Polo Club sending 1 player forward very fast, and they scored 2 goals. Antonio Getty picked up 1, and Max picked up 1, and that put everybody on the scoreboard for the Grand Champions Polo Club team. And then we had 3 goals scored by the Orea team, and it was 1 by Justin, and then Maddie, once again, 1 from the penalty line and 1 from the field. Here we are, and that was 8-7, and here we are in the 6th chukker, and Maddie, again, coming from the number 4 position, tying the game early, so 8-8 here in our 6th and final chukker. And Maddie at the moment has 6 goals on the day. He's the high scorer for the Orea team. And it's Fran Spinacci with 5 goals for the Grand Champions Polo Club team.
Well, on that note, Dale, just between you and me and the gatepost, who would come into the sort of narrow number of players who you would award the MVP to if you could?
Well, right now, I definitely think Fran has stepped up on his team.
Yeah,
I mean, he's a 0-goal player. Remember, let's look at their ratings. That means a lot, and he's done very well. He's 4 for 4 from the penalty line. He has not missed a penalty all day, and he has 1 from the field, doing his job on defense. And the boys are playing well. Mickey's playing well, and Antonio's playing well, and Max. But he's definitely, for his rating, has stepped it up. Then on the other side, it's you see him moving around. I mean, you kind of got to go with Busquets. You know, Matty, he's not just shutting the back door down, playing at number 4, but he's added the dimension of going forward, and then he is 100% from the penalty line. And you can't have a lot of games where you can say that both guys shooting the penalties are 100%.
I would tend to agree with you wholeheartedly, but now let's go back and, of course, hope that Justin Daniels, who's been looked at by our medics, is fit enough and strong enough, above all, to continue playing. They seem to have patched him up or fixed him up quite nicely. Here we go then. Another offensive play coming from GCPC. And that ball having a deflection. Another whistle will stop the clock. 4:41. That sounds very familiar, that number, doesn't it, Dale?
Yep. This seems to be the same play we saw earlier.
Yeah.
Where a player is told to clear, and as he's clearing out, the ball gets hit into the four-legged athlete, and so they'll give this ball back to the Orea team. Orea. Or they might go, we'll see if they're going to go to center with it. They might take it down to center. Or they might move this one. I think they moved. Didn't they move the...
They did last time, yeah.
And I don't know where they're going to go. They'll go. That was a bigger move here because they had to go a good 40 yards anyways to the center. But they moved it to the center last time also. Wasn't it, or was it moved to a 4?
I thought it was. I think we had a 4 situation and we had a center, I think. I think we had one of each.
Right. And it was where it was on the field also was the difference. Yeah. So center hit, 5B, and it'll be Busquets.
Matty, now then, who is going to pick up that next goal? I don't want to say that the next goal will win it, but I think the next goal will be instrumental in getting that team to the win. Turned around by Mourinho. Daniel's obviously back in the saddle. He's, I hope, very much okay. In comes the Charlton with a bump and a ride-off. Now then, that was a bit of a cheeky play.
Taken forward here by Justo, taking his time. Everybody picks up a man. And, they go near side there. They're still overlapped. So that gives Max the opportunity to go near side there. Mm-hmm. He does not have to switch back to the offside because he was overlapped with Justo, which means Matty cannot go in there on the near side. So penalty 5A. And Justo's going to get a breakaway here.
Yeah, but he's got Max Charlton to get past. And Charlton, you can see, he'll be looking very closely. Where is the man? Oh, he did hit that well, did Charlton. And now that could be a big opportunity here for the number 2. Spinacci came shooting out of nowhere from right to left just now. Let's see if the umpires... and that post has had a bit of a knock as Matty Busquets will put it through. Now, the question is, Dale, does that goal stand?
I would think it would. You're going to go to a courtesy change here. Don't worry about the post. The post means nothing. They are safety posts. They have breakaway sticks at the bottom of them. And that was clean right there. Nobody on the right-of-way. Matty reading it perfectly. And Matty picking up goal number 7. 3 from the penalty line, 4 from the field. And now is where... it's going to be a lot of fun because everybody's going to be on fresh legs. We have a one point goal difference. And so let's see who comes out on the strongest. I think you might see your best playing pony be playing right now. Yeah. We have a crew, a team picking them at the field, watching. We always like to watch and give our input here. We love to hear your input on CTV Sports. You like a certain four-legged athlete that changes the game. We're going to see one right now, I'm sure. We've seen some fabulous horses today. And, well, momentum in favor of Orea at the moment.
Absolutely. 2-0 as it stands at the moment here in Chukker number 6. And not only is it 2-0, but with that second goal coming in from Matty Busquets, they've actually taken the lead for the first time also in this game, because up until just a few moments ago, it was actually GCPC who'd managed to overtake Orea. So let's see, 3:21 on the clock. Ball is thrown back into play now then. You might be very right, Dale. We might see that the best playing pony of this game here in this Chukker. Charlton will come out in front. Charlton. You get a nice piece of that, sends it out of the danger zone, but waiting is Busquet. And he's got a man on. Mickey Novicio Estrada, round the outside he comes. Here we go. Let's have a look at the clock. Still plenty of time. Nice shot there from Aguirre. The rotation working again very well. Charlton going deep now and going up front. Leaves that one behind. And again, Antonio Aguirre not being able to pick that one up nicely. Franz Finacci will pick up the loose ball. Now he avoids the hook. Well done, Finacci.
Wow, look at this little horse right here, Franz. The little chestnut pony, very handy.
Through the centre, hard ride off there in front of goal, and a little touch. Did he get a piece of it with the number 3? It looked like he might have gotten it through. Oh, cracking goal here by Mickey Novicio Estrada.
Yeah, all the work from Fran. And wow, look at Mickey. He's very strong, four-legged athlete. He's riding there. He pushed Justo. Watch how far he pushes Justo over. Justo's got position on him right here, but Mickey just keeps pushing and pushing and pushing. He pushed him over like 4 yards.
Yeah.
And then he flips it. And you see the ability for that horse to move right, left to right, not to hit the post. Very agile.
So, a set of 9s, 2 9s on the scoreboard. We are in chucker number 6. I'm just going to put it out there, Dale. And
you're going OT, aren't you?
Well, no. I'm just going to say that I think the next goal will be the winning goal.
All right. Fran, moving around, getting a lot done on this little chestnut mare, Yan. But I haven't seen this chucker. Everybody mount up. Antonio looked like he is too, and Maddie. I love the gray, but we know the gray that Petra plays. She plays it in the 6 chucker all the time. And very strong four-legged athlete also. Whistle on the play, stops the clock right around a minute. Let's see what happens. They all get in here. Antonio pops out. Oh, and Antonio, Antonio needs to jump the boards.
Exactly.
Mickey.
Yeah.
Yeah, he needs to. I don't know what happened here. Let's see what happens. Maybe he's. They're going to talk about it. So let's see. I don't know where that ball came off the boards or not. You know, sometimes it hits the boards and deflects. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it changes that little right.
Of course.
Yeah.
But to me, I got to tell you,
quick line change, you could call it.
Yeah.
It looked like one of the Orea players turned around and to meet it, and we'll see if they were correct there. They're moving it over for an open goal.
Yeah, tricky one. Now, the question is, was that Daniels already on that line, even though it was facing the boards?
Yeah, I like this. It's going to be a 4. There's no shot on goal, but on this play here, remember, there's no right-of-way on the near side. So Mickey needed to jump the boards. This is one of those plays. That's why we always tell people when you come to a game, be careful of that safety zone between the boards and the cars.
Absolutely.
What happens when a player comes down there and you have a player on the offside, the right side, on the boards, and they were meleeed around, and Mickey was on the near side, he needs to jump the boards and go to the offside. He ended up getting caught there spinning around. No shot on goal over there in the corner. So they're going to bring that, even though it's inside the 60, they'll bring it back to the 60 for the shot on goal. Good ball placement. And,
a chance, no matter how you look at it. A big chance here now for Orea.
Is this your goal? This your goal to win it?
Well, if he scores.
Well, we talked about who we thought should be MVP for the Orea team if they were to win today. Well, that puts him in the running if he makes this one. Yeah.
Certainly does.
Let's see. Good luck, Maddie. Nice, easy rocket horse. Oh, and he's going to crush it, but where does it go? Wow. It went wide.
Yeah.
Well, he hit it hard.
He did hit it hard. So, the last few seconds, you might have called it without realizing it. We might be going into overtime here, so let's wait and see.
Yeah, I'm thinking 7 chuckers, which actually with these two teams, the way it's played out, it wouldn't be bad. But you might get a run here. Here we go, Antonio. And I don't know if anybody changed up. Did you see anybody change? No, he's been on the little black horse. And there's Fran again on the chestnut. Telling you, Fran gets a lot done on his chestnut pony. If he can put one away right here, he hits to the left side. He's got room to work. Cut shot coming. Well done, Fran Spinacci, putting the pressure on. And everybody overrides. Mickey, Maddie is going to get one more runner. They're going to run out of time here. Antonio, and he might get a call here or they run out of time. No, there's still time on the clock back there. So we're a little right there. You might get a penalty here.
You might indeed, yeah. But
we'll see if they, I don't know if he made it in time. Let's take a look at it. That ball gets shot across the field there. That's 45 degrees there. Then it goes up and down the field. Yeah, well, I mean, lesser angles, definitely. We'll see what they decide, though, if he had enough distance, timing, and everything. It looks like they're going to drop the ball here. They're going to put 5 seconds back on the clock now. We'll put 5 seconds based on the penalty shot. Remember, when you get within at the end of a game, end of a chukker, and you have a penalty, and you put 5 seconds on to give the ability for the players. And now your boy Max.
Mad Max Charlton,
Mad Max Charlton is going to get an opportunity to stroke one from about 100, maybe 80, 90. He's in range, right? He can dribble this if he wants. Let's see it. Come on, Max. Give it a ride. See what happens. Wow, that's well hit. He's going to get this one. Oh, taken out of the air.
Oh, no.
No, wait. Antonio still got control here. Yes. What a shot by Max. Charlton, that was, but did they run out of time? Yes, they ran out of time. So the time stopped. I mean, maybe this Max hit it so well, and maybe a little too high based on the timing, but that ball had eyes all day long.
Yeah, Busquets got a piece of that. He just fished it out of the air. Incredible.
Incredible. What an end here. All right, so we're going to go to a little break, and they usually get 5 minutes with the horses. And so we're going to sudden death overtime. When we return, the first goal will win, and you're going to get an advantage here to the Grand Champions Polo Club as they are inside the 30-yard line. You can see where the ball is. It's sitting about 10 yards from the goal mouth. There'll be a bowl in from the center to the boards. Stay with us here on CTV Sports. We'll be back for our sudden death overtime chugger.
Hi, I'm Tomacho Pieres.
Hello, I'm Nacho Figueras.
Hello, I'm Martín Muñoz.
I'm Gonzalito Pieres.
I'm Alejandro Novillo Estrada.
Hello, I'm Nacho Novillo Estrada. I made goals and here back in Aspen.
welcome back, Dale Schwetz.
Yeah, and Eric Frank.
And we are doing sudden death, Jan.
We are indeed.
On a Monday, fun day, final, 2023 Top Pony 8 goal. And, well, I just think this is a perfect scenario for this game because it's been a bit of a roller coaster. We've seen it open, running, gunner. We've seen a lot of goals in one chucker. Then they went to defense. We've seen all different aspects of a polo game. And now we saw some amazing horses and some standouts there in the 6 chucker. We were just all talking about it. And so we'll see if who actually gets that Best Playing Pony prize award today. And a great shot by Max Darling.
Yeah, absolutely.
We're talking about maybe he hit a little bit too high based on, because if you count the seconds, you only got 5 seconds. And so, but if it didn't get stabbed out of the air by Maddie, it probably would have went in.
Probably.
Yeah, he hit it very, very well. Well done, Max.
Well, at least I got it right that the next goal will win because that's still the case.
You go buy a lottery ticket today. I bought one the other day when the sun and the moon were at the same time.
You said.
I did. I forgot to check it. I got it in my car. Maybe it's a winner.
So I could be sitting next to a multimillionaire.
It could be. Could be. So here we go. Advantage going towards Grand Champions Polo Club just based on field position. That's the only because we do have a bowling, so anybody can win. But if they do win possession here, then
could be over in a matter of seconds.
Yeah, it could be a matter of seconds, or we could be going to 8 chuckers.
Here we go. Best of luck to both teams. Ball is in play, and it's kept in play by that man. Oh, we have another whistle. There is Mickey Navijo Estrada.
Goes out the backside. Mickey goes near side.
Yeah.
And I think they're going to get him for falling across afterwards. But we'll see what after they went first or second. There was a couple plays in there. Remember, each team, we're not using the challenge system here, so it's not on the challenge, but the umpires have the ability to challenge, trigger their calls.
So, well, who would have thought? You called it Fun Day Monday. I think it's more of a thriller Monday morning here. And absolutely.
Really a thriller, exactly. Yeah. So no foul on the play. As they come around, I think you get a bowling here. And I like the call. You know, there's a lot of space, a lot of distance. There you go. Rethrow. And he's going to go right back to Mickey again. Now he'll turn to the inside. Work the magic, Mickey. Oh, he's going to sneak by Husto. Look at this. Once, twice. Look for the win. And, yeah, Mickey's going to get it. So well done, number 3, as Mickey Navijo Estrada with a stellar little play right there as he sneaks by Husto Reno, and he placed the ball perfectly for the finish. And Grand Champions Polo Club will take home the 2023 Top Pony 8 goal.
Congratulations, and a great way to finish. Look at that. He kept his composure. He did that throughout the entire game, and also here again, keeping his head down. And I'm sure Max will be delighted making his first appearance here and on a winning team. But you've got to give it also to Orea Polo, the way they came back after that little bit of a dip in that second half. But here they are, your end of match stats.
Yeah, let's go through the stats here. Very close game, 7 chuckers, so they should be tight all the way down. And yes, they are. Look at that, shots on goal, 18-16. Congratulations to both teams. That's a lot of shots, so that's good. That means they're shooting, but the knock-ins is where it comes in play. 9 times the Orea team missed the goal, and that's why Grand Champions had 9 knock-ins. 6 times Grand Champions had missed, so a bit better shooting average there. Throw-ins very easy, 11-10. And fouls committed, not bad. 12 by Grand Champions, 9 by the Orea team. And you try to keep them under 10 if you can. Memo will tell you we want you to keep it under 6. But penalty scored, they did well. And it was Fran Spinacci scoring goals for the Grand Champions team, and he made 4 of them, and then 3, and that was by Maddie. So those 2 players did very well from the penalty line, and that's why it took us into our 7th sudden death overtime game. And I think this is the first final we've had that was a sudden death?
Yeah.
We've had the sudden death overtime games. I love the sudden death overtime game. It's one of those things that you can, like Jan said, you can end right away like that, or it could go on. And what's the longest you've seen? How many chuckers? I've seen 9.
I've actually been in a final where we got to the end of a 7th chukker. This is actually in San Moritz. This is 10 years ago this year. It was even Stevens at the end of the 6th, even Stevens at the end of the 7th. And what they then did is they broadened or spread the goalposts out even
the rainbow rule.
Yeah, the
rainbow rule. Yeah, or they spread out. So the rainbow rules, they just go to where you just whoever hits it over the end line.
Oh no!
They made the post wider.
They made the post wider.
Yeah, but the rainbow rule they use that in the juniors, and that would be if it gets to a point where they play too many chuckers, whoever hits it over the end line first will win. Stay with us here. We're going to go to our trophy presentation. We're going to go to a little break. And then we're going to come back here to the CTV studios, and Yan and I are going to we're going to talk to all the judges based on the best playing ponies, the MVPs, all that organized for you, and you'll be able to get up close and personal with all of the players at our trophy presentation. It'll be live from the Santa Rita Polo Farm and the Buenos Aires field. So stay with us here on CTV Sports. Welcome back, everybody, here as we are live, CTV Sports, for our trophy presentation. of the 2023 Top Pony 8 Goal. Here we go. We're going to do the horse right here. Yannick, Frank, take it away.
Thank you very much. So here we go then. You can see she's already got the blanket. The horse winning the the best playing pony of this fine. Her name is Aroba Magri. She was ridden by Mickey Novijo Estrada. And there he is, the proud man who owns that pony. So well done winning that Grand Champions best playing a pony blanket, Aroba Magri, as I say, ridden by Mickey Novijo Estrada in the third chukker. So now if we can have all the players up onto the podium. Thank you very much. We're delighted to have Marina Novijo Estrada. You can see her on your screen there. She is going to be helping us with the prize presentation. Yeah, we'll have her up on the podium as well. Thank you very much. Don't be shy. There she is. And of course, as we always do, we're going to start with the runners-up. So if we could have a round of applause, and please step forward at number 1. The runners-up, of course, Orea Polo. Give it up for Petra Sabatova. Well done, Petra. Winning the runner-up award there. At number 2, if we can ask for a round of applause for Justo Mourinho, please. Justo, if you'd like to step forward. Justo Mourinho, there he is, also with a big smile on his face. Thank you very much. And, of course, a picture for the history books. At number 3, then, ladies and gentlemen, and a very, very talented young man. Give it up for JD, Justin Daniels. Well done, Justin. And, of course, at number 4, ladies and gentlemen, a total of 2, 4, 6, 7 goals is what he scored. Give it up for Matti Busquets. There he is, also with a nice big smile on his face. And once again, a big thank you to Marina Novijo Estrada for helping us here with the prize presentation. Over then to the winners. And what a thrilling 6th and 7th chukker we had in that game, ladies and gentlemen. At number 1, please step forward. The very, very talented young man, that is Francisco Fran Spinacci. Well done, Fran. He's got a great career ahead of him. At number 2, ladies and gentlemen, another cracking young superstar on the horizon, Antonio Aguirre. Please step forward, young man. There he is, Antonio Aguirre, picking up his beautiful trophy. Well done. And then over to the man with the number 3 on his shirt. What a great finishing goal, scoring the winning goal. Give it up for Mickey Novijo Estrada. Well done, Mickey. Yes, and he can be very proud, of course. And at number 4, ladies and gentlemen, great to see him back, or to see him here at Grand Champions Polo Club at Santa Rita, the one and only Mr. Max Charlton. Well done, Max. Now, before we hand over the big trophy, of course, we have the award for the MVP, the most valuable player, and I'm sure you will agree with me, scoring the winning goal in overtime. Ladies and gentlemen, MVP of the Top Pony 8 Goal Final 2023 goes to Mickey Novijo Estrada. Well done,
what a goal it was, yeah.
Oh, a cracking goal, a cracking goal.
And love the best playing pony, played in the third chukker. I think he got a lot done. Congratulations to Mickey and the whole team. I'm going to go ahead and ask. All right, thank you. Petra, as always, amazing. They make it to another final. The pink jerseys have been very successful this year. Their Orea team, they started bad. But here they are, Yan.
The winners.
Raise it up, boys. Raise it up.
Exactly. Once again, everybody out on the field, please put your hands together. Winners of the Top Pony 8 Goal Final 2023 Team Grand Champions Polo Club with Fran Spinacci, Antonio Aguirre, Mickey Novijo Estrada, and Mr. Max Charlton. And once again, a big thank you to Marina Novijo Estrada. Well, those are the images with which we will leave you from the Buenos Aires field. What a cracking morning we've had here on this fun Monday morning. Dale, a few final words from you?
Yeah, I mean, what an amazing game. I love it. We do everything from 6 goals to 26 goals here at CTV Sports. And, well, we had the 6-goal final the other day. I was just chatting with Grant Gansey, who was the MVP for that. He was going back and forth with me. And congratulations to them winning the 6-goal. Now the 8-goal. We're pressing forward for the 12-goal. And then, of course, the World Polo League 26-goal is on fire right now, so make sure you check all of our scheduling here at CTV Sports, as we have a lot of polo for you in March and April. And for Jan Edick Frank, I'm Dale Schwetz. I speak for everyone here at CTV Sports when I say thank you for making us the leaders in polo broadcasting. And always remember, here at CTV Sports, we love the polo.